Going live. I think we're live. We should be live. But yes, guys, this is another J'adoreCast. We have RG's ZG Creative in the building.
Come on, my
Doing that at the studio legend.
how I am now, yes, studio legend, yeah.
studio like lighting, the melanin shooter. For real.
Mad.
But yeah, man, what's been going on? How's the quarantine?
You know what? Like quarantine is all right. I think it was good in terms of regaining to like who you are, having time to rest, and because I was so active for the whole year, I only had like probably just the weekends off or just one day of the weekend. Like every day was up for me, so it was a bit hectic, and I'm always active. Like every day I'm shooting something or organizing something. So
Yeah.
this was a good time to relax and get back to who I am, and for me.
Because obviously you, for everyone watching doesn't know, obviously you have your own studio.
Yes.
So it's like you rent. That's not just for you, innit? Like you rent it out for other people as well.
So I rent it out to other people through studio hire, and I create like monthly deals where someone can have like 8 hours like per week for that month at low cost. So yeah, I do like a couple of deals for other photographers and creators that just want to use the space.
Okay. So yeah, they'll basically like when you're not shooting, then you're always gonna have someone else in there, so you have to like be there as well, innit? That's it.
Sometimes, but like what I'm doing now is I'm training photographers like on how to use the studio and how to use the equipment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't have to be there to watch them and guide them. So I've been training a few photographers. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's
so like how long you been doing photography now?
So actually, you know what? Let me tell you the backstory then, innit? For me.
Okay. Yes.
So from 2013, I think that's when Instagram started to come out, and I had a camera. I had the Canon 600D. This is like literally my first camera, and I've been using this camera since since 2013, 14, and I've only now just bought a new camera, the Canon 90D. You hear me? But I use that for just self-portraits. I learned how to take photos of myself, so I can use those pictures for that modeling and put them on that model mayhem and whatnot. And during my time of doing self-portraits, like I got recognized by a stylist by the name of Simon Foxton, and he put me on to my first shoot, which was a magazine shoot for Rebel magazine, and it was literally for the front cover and the 12-page spread, and that was literally like my first shoot. But my aim was to learn from the photographers that were shooting me. So every time I will model, I will always watch like the setups and what the photographer's doing, and just how he's directing me and whatnot. So I can get better whenever I get a studio myself. So that was my first experience being in a like photography studio, and the more I progressed, the more I got better. So I started to shoot models at home, just with natural light and just the Canon really, and I kind of built out my portfolio like that, and that was during 2014 and 15. And I stepped away from modeling to focus on photography because my main aim was just to learn from the photographers. And I think the best thing to do as a model who also does photography is to allow the top creators to shoot you. I had a shoot with Nick Knight at Show Studio, and that was for V-Man magazine. And I think that's the shoot where I learned so much from like a high-end photographer. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
It was just different. But my journey's long, like it's long. Yeah, do you want me to keep going? Because it's long,
You can. We're here to learn the background.
Okay. All right. So after modeling and after building up my portfolio, I met a girl called Jordan Amy, who is a creative director. And what she done as well, she had her own modeling agency called Fashion Outlaws, and she also owned a studio, co-owned a studio called the Arts Room London in North London.
Okay, I
So
think I've been there. I'm sure I've been to the.
yeah,
That's
you
yeah.
have.
I'm sure I've been there.
He's done right by his Seven Sisters.
Yeah, I'm
Right by
definitely
Seven
been
Sisters.
there.
So that's the first studio that I done my first shoot at myself, and that's because I connected with a creative director. So like that was around 2016. So from then I began to shoot all of our models and do all my shoots at that studio and build up my name and my portfolio and whatnot, and kind of built from there. And 2 years after, I think in between then, like 2016 to 18, I was working at other studios as an in-house photographer, and that kind of got me my name like out there and whatnot. And one studio that I was at was Cloud Green Studios, and that was a new studio created by a videographer by the name of Javetta, and she put me on as the in-house photographer doing the first shoot. And yeah, let's skip to my bit now. So yeah, from then, building out the portfolio for the studio or whatnot, and had a little bit of trouble. She had a little bit of trouble or whatnot, and she had to deal with the birth of her child and whatnot still. So she had to mother and whatnot because she's a brand new mother. So I was left with the studio to manage it, to bring in new clients, all of that still. So took over the studio, and I thought, you know what, like, why am I taking over someone else's studio?
Yeah.
All the work and all of this and whatnot. Like, let me just flip it and make it my own now, innit? Because I'm putting in all the work and that. So like we had a conversation and whatnot, and then I basically took it over, like over the lease, all of that store. So so that began like around 2018. Yeah, 2018 basically. So it's only like 2 years that I've got my own studio. But
That's the one where you're at now.
yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, that's the studio that I'm at now. But that was the journey still from modeling
So
to
basically, you was basically inspired by what, how the other photographers were shooting you.
yeah.
Learn from them, and then just like, yeah, I'm gonna do it myself.
Because like yeah, I always wanted us to do photography anyway, and I never had other people to shoot, so I might as well shoot myself and learn how to shoot myself and that. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's what helped. That's what helped push me. Trust.
Okay, because I think you're the right guy to have on here, yeah. Because my channel is, I'm always about like budget photography, like budget gear, and then getting sick results. Because my lenses that I use are literally both under like, well, my most expensive ones are under like £120, but and then like my other lens is like £70, $70 or whatever. So it's like the gear talk now. So you've basically just you've had the 600D from the jump.
Yeah, 600D from the jump. Actually, tell a lie, I had the 400D. And then I had that for like 2 years, and I literally forgot about that camera. And I think 2016, I got the 600D. Yeah. And then I had that for 4 years now, and now I've got the 60D. So
you see, that's like, it's literally like the perfect conversation about like people need to stop worrying about the gear. Because you've got 600D. Like, I don't know if people realize how old the camera is. Like, and then you look at your gram, and then you see the results. It's just like, I could tell you that's like a one. I could say, oh yeah, that's a 1DX Mark III. No one would know the difference.
No one. But like what we always say is, it's the man behind the camera, isn't it? Not like that.
That's the one saying I always preach on here. Just like, if you have the knowledge, you can apply it to any camera. Like I say to them, I can probably get the same results on my page with any camera, but I just choose this camera because it's easy workflow for me.
Yeah, that's it.
When I have the knowledge, I can still do it with any camera. But because I've been to like some photography meetups where, you know, there's always one guy at photography meetup he's like the gear person. They just got mad lenses, 4 grand for, you don't even know where they're getting this money from. I don't know what kind of drugs they're pushing to be getting like 4 grand lenses and like a 10 grand body, but then their work's not that great. Yeah, their work's decent. So I'm thinking, so what, do you know what I mean? And the guy that turns up with one lens, an old lens and then an old body, that's whooping this guy because obviously it's like, it's the knowledge, it's not the gear at all.
Exactly.
To an extent, it's not the gear, I should say.
Yeah, to an extent, it's not the gear. But I think with me, all I had to do with that body is just upgrade the lens, just keep getting new lens. And I think that's what always helps old cameras and whatnot.
Because I've been saying as well, like I was even thinking the other day, like, oh, I want to get, because obviously I got the Canon EOS RP. So I was thinking like, oh, I want to get the R, because that's like, it's the next one up. But then I'm thinking like, let me invest in like lenses. I tried other lenses. And then like the clarity was just stupid from the same camera, but a better quality lens.
Can
change the whole look of everything. Like literally, like, I'll say later, definitely invest in lenses more than bodies, and like just switching up every time a new camera comes out, because they're a business at the end of the day, so they're always going to try and convince you to buy something else.
Yeah, for real. Trust me. And yeah, with the 600D, what I realized was the quality wasn't the best, so I will have to adjust with retouching basically. So all my extra editing and whatnot is what makes it more better, isn't it? So so I always told like new photographers and whatnot, like you need to learn how to edit your own photos and find your style. You mean?
Because my lenses at some certain lighting, it can be soft. Like the images can come out quite soft, but I know how to add additional sharpness, not just like sliders and that, like professionally. Add sharpness to, like, do you know what I mean? Like I know how to compensate. To whereas I've compared L glass to my budget lens sharpness wise. Obviously, one's straight out the camera, one's edited, but it's matched. And that's saved me £2,000. Like, do you know what I mean? Rather than having to buy £2,000 or just learn a 5-minute extra editing, I'd rather learn the extra 5 minutes.
Exactly. So, what lenses do you use? Now, what's your go-to lenses?
I literally have 2 lenses. I have 35 and an 85.
Okay.
And the 35 is a third-party one called Yongnuo. It's like a £70 lens. I got it because I bought a new body and I had the lenses for it, and I had like a shoot. I was like, I need to get something quick. Then I went on Amazon. I saw this 35 as autofocus. It says £70. Like, you know what? I'll just make do. I got it, and this was at do you know Pixie?
Pixie? No, I don't. You know, I don't know Pixie. You know,
Valentino.
No.
If I show you her gram, you'll see her. She's big. But
is she your alternative model?
Say that again.
Is she your alternative model, like tattoos and that? No, I won't know them.
But she, I'm shooting her at it's that place in Hyde Park, Winter Wonderland. That's it. I shot her at Winter Wonderland now, 35mm. I was shocked. I was like, no way. I thought maybe they priced it wrong or something. Like, I was like, maybe they put the wrong tag on. But I was using that lens, man. That was just like, I was so shocked. It was £70. And then I got an 85, which was 120. That 85, when that hits, boy, like
85
is stupid. Like the clarity is stupid on that lens.
Hey, I'm gonna get that tonight then. Still, like literally, I'm doing that tonight.
It's the clarity on that is dumb. Like both of the lenses, when they're focusing, they sound like RoboCop. But like, I don't really care. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather a noisy focusing lens and get results than just an extra £200 for a quiet lens. It doesn't really bother me that much, to be fair.
No, that's calm then. Still, like, yeah, you got yours for cheap, you know. Like, I think like my go-to lens is the 24mm pancake lens, and that one I got for like 120, and that one's like done me justice. Trust me.
I just realized, because you haven't had the experience basically of shooting in a full frame.
Full frame, no.
Oh man, Yeah, full. That's the only thing I'll say. Budget, but then
Yeah.
if you get a full frame, I mean, when I jumped from the crop to full frame, I was like, my eyes were just like, yeah, it's a different ball game.
Full frames, yeah.
Yeah, like a 60, like the one I had before this one, I had a 60. That's cheap now.
Okay,
But it's a
okay.
full frame like that will do sick in the studio. I mean, because obviously you got controlled lighting, so it wouldn't really make too much difference, really. I think full
Yeah.
frame will make more difference for natural light.
Okay, that's calm then. That's calm. Because like for me, the upgrade is more to do with just the color adjustments within the camera. In me, because one thing is the color red is always a problem when you shoot with the old Canons, like the 600D, like it becomes like pixelated and
Okay, so the color science in because the 90D will have the new color science.
yeah. So that's the only little problem that I had with the old Canon. But now that it's upgraded, I'm just hoping that the colors come out different. For me,
Yeah, you'll definitely notice it because I noticed it even from my 60 to this one with the
okay.
new color science. It's like, yes, the colors are very, very nice.
No, that's calm then. Trust me.
But yeah, so obviously what's been going on in recent time, like the BLM and Black Lives Matter stuff, like what's your opinions on it first of all before we go into industry?
My opinions on it, it's like it cuts deep, man. You know me, like real deep still, especially like watching everything on Instagram and social media. It's like I was learning something new every day. Every day I'll go on the gram and seeing something new, learning new news, but I'm seeing so much pain in that as well for me. So it's crazy because all of us deal with it in a different way, and I don't think none of us has ever not experienced it in some type of, especially in this country. It's very subtle in this country.
Yeah,
But
it's very underlying and yeah, like in the shadows sort of thing.
trust me, because I don't think I've never been called like
Yeah, I'm saying I've never even.
never had that before. The only things is just police, really, just police. Trust me, it's always problems with police and the stereotypes and unnecessary stopping, frisk and whatnot. So yeah, I've had a lot of trauma from police brutality. Trust me, So yeah, it's a lot, man. So right now it's just the best time for all of us to stick together and support each other more. That's the main thing. So that's what I've been doing with Instagram as well, like and all my social media, man. Just supporting people, giving money away, donating, taking care of that new photographers and whatnot, just building a team, allowing them to learn more. And now that I got my studio back as well, like yeah, I got the studio back. Got it for 6 months. Paid the lease as well, so it's all covered. So like now I'm basically free to just experiment. I don't really have that focus too much on making money because it's gonna come anyway. So right now it's just the time for me to just support everyone. That's the main thing, man. Yeah.
Because what I was gonna say to you as well before we could delve into the Black Lives Matter stuff, like how do you, I don't say deal with, but what's your experience with like helping other photographers and that? Because obviously I don't know how long we've been following each other. It's been a while.
Yeah. I don't even know, fam. I
That's
don't
what
know.
it's been a while.
I can't even remember, I can't remember my G still.
It's been a while, but because I've been noticing like you've been supporting my page as well for a long time, and it's like for me, it's like where do you like have you had an experience of like anyone that's tried to like sort of, I don't quote unquote snake you in this industry? Like I've had that from my personal experience because of where I am now. Like I even recently hit 10K. Like I don't ride off anyone. I don't ask for people to repost my stuff, sort of thing. Like I've done it. myself sort of thing. So it's like when I get those little milestones, for anyone else, it might be nothing in it, but for me, it means something because I've got there. No one can say that they've got me there. I got myself there, sort of thing. It's like when people now try to kind of get clout, for instance, from myself. Like I've had it recently. Like imagine on one of my trips, someone acted like they were coming to help, but really they wanted to know how I run my business. And then because they're up in my stories, they obviously there's a lot of high-end models around the world that are following me. So it's like, so now they got their little clout from my stories. Literally, like less than a week after we come back to the UK, the Don unfollowed me. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. And you live in my borough as well, so like you're gonna see me again. But it's like, you know what I mean? It's like it's a bit. It's just like for me, that's the first time I've really like let someone else that's not my friendship circle like in. And then it's like that happens, but I see it before that as well. So it's like, how do you deal with and vet who you're gonna like? Do you know what I mean? Like help out and stuff like that.
I think with me, I'm not bothered of getting snaked in that store or used because we're all here to be used in some type of way. It's just who you allow to use you, man. So and even using people ain't a bad thing. It's just how it's expressed and said. Like, but I support people because it's just in me. I'm a naturally compassionate guy, and I can't turn it off sometimes. And so with me, I had to just be careful with who I support and that. And
see, that's like me. I've had to suppress it because I am such a generous person outside of photography anyway. So it's like when I was coming into it, and then obviously it's just like what people coming in and out, and then switching up on you, just like it's kind of like put me in a bubble, just like, do you know what I mean? So it's like
I've had it with makeup artists basically. So there'll be like hella new makeup artists that I put on or whatnot. I'll see their talent. I'll give them like free shoots, bring them along with my shoots, create like a shoot day and whatnot. And then like down the road or whatnot, they just disappear. You push them so hard, like you put them on your story, you created hella work for them, like proper work where it's upgraded their portfolio and whatnot in such a short amount of time, and then they just ghost. And then you're like, oh, like did I do something to them to make them that way? Or did someone
unfollow on the unfollow app? You're like, what happened?
So right now I'm not really bothered because there's so many new creatives out there anyway, and they're not some people who steal your ideas and whatnot. All they're gonna do is to steal someone else's idea because they can't keep up on it by themselves, and
that's what I was gonna say. Just like it's a thing of even the person that came on my trip is like cool, but you ain't got the CV to keep that up. You haven't got the CV to keep that up. So now what? So do you know what I mean? So it's like in the long run, but that's what I've always realized, that karma is a real thing, you know.
Therefore, and in certain ways it is, you know, for real. That's why I allow them people to go and whatnot. There's so many new creatives out there that will help you, and I learn from so many other people and all these new ones that come to me. That I learn new shit, and I'm like, all right, cool. So that's why I like connecting with new creators and giving them a platform and just helping them out. You know what I mean?
Because that's why I sort of created this channel. So it's like for someone to subscribe to here, that's like you really do want the help, sort of thing. You're not like, do you know what I mean? It eradicates that sort of those kind of people. Subscribe to a YouTube channel and watch all your videos and interact. That's obviously someone that's invested in what you have to tell them. Those people that listen, those are people that are going to go far. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, that's why I like having my YouTube here, because it's a community.
Okay. Maybe I might have to jump on this and start.
Do you know the maddest thing is my analytics for this channel, the number 1 viewers is America. Do you know number 2 is Germany? Do you know what number 3 is? It's not even the UK, India. The UK is 4th on the people that watch this channel.
Hey, it's crazy.
Like America, supported me out. Literally.
Cool. When was your last time there?
What, America?
Yeah.
Never been.
Oh, hey, it will be mad when you go there, you know.
But that's the thing, because even when quarantine, like, I've connected with ridiculous models of ridiculous numbers. Ridiculous. Like, I shoot a DM, like, it's weird. I shoot a DM, 1 million, 2 million. It'll be like 10 minutes later. Oh yeah, let's work when you're out here. Like, I was just like, am I in the Matrix, bro? Like, what's going on?
All the work you put in, still, all the work you put in, you know. Like, how long you been doing?
Like, it's paying off. It's paying off. Like, back in the day, even back in the day, like last year, I only had like what 5,000 followers at the time. Ain't no one replying, man.
Okay. So what do you believe that these numbers on social media matter?
I don't. I feel like when you get above sort of milestones, like I think 10K is definitely one where Instagram's like, because you get the swipe up link when you get 10K, so that lets Instagram know, okay, this is a serious account now. It's not just someone that wants to share pictures of their dog now and then. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I feel that, I don't know, I feel at that point, because even that's why I was even saying to you about the social media stuff, because I feel like once I hit 10K, it's like, okay, and I had a business account, so it's like, okay, this person, we need to like cut their reach because we want them to pay for ads now. Because soon when I hit 10K, like just hit 10K, every picture, even before that, every picture was nearly 1,000. Was nearly 1,000 likes. Not that I'm really care about the likes, because that don't equate to what numbers are in your bank account, but it's like I was getting the reach, and then all of a sudden, like I hit 11K, 11.5, and then it's just like it's just like they just like pulled the plug.
Yeah, I don't know what it is either. It might be the time, it might be the algorithm or whatnot. But like I was saying the other day, it's like my reach is only to like 20% or 25% of the people that follow me, and the highest is probably 40 if the image is like proper banning, isn't it? But like it's gone down so much only because my whole followers can't see my work, and you feel me? So it's hard to promote on there because it's like, who are you promoting to? You're only promoting to like the 20% and just new followers that come in like by chance or whatnot. So I keep my story active every day, always posting behind the scenes and what I do and whatnot, because I'm active like nearly every day anyway, like close to. So yes, it's a hard one though. Still, you hear me?
Yeah, I feel like it's gone down on top of that because of obviously what's happening.
Oh, definitely.
In the world. Like before, it wasn't that bad, but since obviously what was been happening, I feel like it obviously people were just like less paying attention to less relevant stuff. But then, I mean, if Instagram is your business, you know what I mean? Like bills don't stop, so it's like you have to like sort of. How am I gonna post a half naked chick when Black Lives Matter is going on at the same time? Do you know what I mean? But then again, that's what I shoot, and then that's what brings in the money for me. So it's just like, do you know what I mean? It's an awkward one.
Has a lot of people got onto you about your content and you not posting about Black Lives Matter and Red Tear?
I haven't got nothing, to be fair, you know.
That's calm.
Got nothing. The thing is with me is like all that kind of stuff is, for me, I've been researching this and the origins of where we come from and who's invented this and what really the government's about. I've been researching that and all this Illuminati business. When I was in year 7, me and my friends got scared the hell out of ourselves watching this Illuminati business at like 12, and that's like, I've been researching this. I've been seeing these videos of police killings from you know what I mean, 30. So for me, when all this is coming out, that this isn't new news. Like as bad as what that video that came out, there's like a million more that have been 10 times worse than that haven't got the reach, because obviously social media wasn't big then. And do you know what I mean? There's thousands of cops that have not been caught because social media again wasn't a thing when we was in like year 8. Do you know what I mean? Like, we didn't even have Blackberries then. So, you know what I mean? So it's like there was nothing to report, or no one had video cameras. You know what I mean? So, but for me, I don't know. It's like I didn't. I feel like it's good because you can like almost like pass the baton now. It's like, okay, the other races get it now. Like let's take it. Let's go on the bench now. Let's just take a rest and let the other team, the rest of the team, fly the flag for a bit. Let's, you know what I mean? Like let's get subbed out for like 10 minutes at least.
Yeah,
So you know what I mean? Like that's how I feel about it. Because if I start going back into those feelings again, I don't want to be angry all the time. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to be vexed. Like obviously, some of us are like parents. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't want to be having that energy.
For real, I can't lie. I've had even just watching everything on social media and all the police and whatnot. I've had like so many visions of me just like thumping one policeman or
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to revisit that.
Visions, like, and it's crazy. And I'm trying to, and everyone's like, oh, like you should go to the protest and whatnot.
Yeah,
nah, because I know I'll get tempted to touch one of them.
exactly.
And
Like I don't want to revisit those emotions. I've been there when I was a teen.
exactly.
I don't want to, and then plus, obviously, I got kids that are looking up to me to set an example. I don't want them to have that anger or fear for police as well. On top of that, so it's like you got to teach them. You got the thing is with our children, you have to give them the knowledge from young, because knowledge is power. Everyone can go and smash up the place, you know what I mean? But give them the knowledge to change the laws. Let's make them MPs to be inside. Do you know what I mean? And make real change.
For real, man.
But I was gonna say, like, how with all of this going on and attention on it, how do you think it's gonna impact our industry?
It's crazy because
I saw that Vogue cover. Was it Vogue that did when they had the black lady that worked on the overground? Was that Vogue? I'm sure it was Vogue.
I don't know. Vogue has done.
They had like the Muslim lady, they had the black lady that worked. They had different key working roles during lockdown, but it was people of color.
No, it wasn't. I don't think it was Vogue store.
Okay, I must say different. But yeah, there was a magazine that done it. But yeah, how do you think it's gonna change?
It depends on what part of the industry you're in. Because for me, and it depends on your clientele as well. So my clientele really just depends on me, really, and who I attract. And I mostly attract just the average workers, the average aspiring models. I don't even tend to shoot all the high-end models and the known models and whatnot. I always work down in and try to bring them up because my main is to inspire and to encourage and build their confidence and whatnot. Like I'd rather do that, especially with used to being a mentor and whatnot as well. So I kind of put that within my photography. But in terms of big brands, I would say it may be difficult for some, but I think right now they're looking to open up their doors and whatnot because they're getting attacked. A lot of these agencies are getting like blacklisted now. Like a lot of them, like everyone's getting shown up now for like who they really are and what they represent and whatnot. But with me, it doesn't really affect me too much. Yeah,
I'm scared that all these opportunities and businesses are now gonna, oh yeah, let's do this black thing, let's do this, because if they don't, they're gonna be perceived as racist. So it's like, oh, let's just do something when it's not genuine.
Yeah, but I think a lot of them we can see through a lot of them still because they have to create a better act than just posting and saying this, like hire more black people, like hire more creators and videographers and whatnot. I think I was looking at one stat about UK directors. There's no black UK directors and producers in TV and that, like big like films and that in the UK. And I'm thinking, yeah, it's crazy still. So yeah, change needs to happen, and I think every day there's new change that's coming, and I'm very optimistic about the new world. Very.
I hope so. I hope it changes. Yeah, like I saw Paris's march and stuff like that was crazy. I don't know if it was Paris, I think, but yeah, like on Instagram, like their march was they had hundreds of thousands of people in the streets, man. That was a turnout. But I'm hoping that there's certain countries that are just like so far behind. Like there were certain places. Obviously, I'm a travel photographer as well, so I don't really look for, is it okay for black people to go there? That's not what my thought process is. Like I see a picture of some nature or waterfall, I'm like, I need to go there. But then I was talking to some other friend I know that she was from another country. What country it was from, but it's Eastern Europe in it. And she's like, yeah, you can't go there. And then she was explaining why. I'm just like, wow, like is it that far behind? It's a country that's an hour and a half away, like on the plane. Like it's that bad that she's like, I literally can't go there. Like literally, it wouldn't even be safe for me.
It's good that you got that information, though, because imagine you didn't know.
And I brought, and that's the thing where it's a bit more for me because like I'm bringing models with me. Just like I'm in charge of their safety.
Yeah. It's important to do your research on all these other countries, man, for real.
But because this thing of like, even when I was asking you the other day, like for me, obviously I'm mainly a glamour sort of art nude photographer, but like in London anyway,
yeah,
it's hard to find people of color to shoot.
okay.
Like my specific genre. So it's like I've been wanting to do like some sort of series or melanin series or whatever it is, but it's like even at my old gram, I put up stuff like, you know, like you do in your stories and whatnot, and it's like 0 people or the same person. It's like it's hard. It's like I want to shoot it, and the thing is, like, I'll get a random comment from, obviously it's like a account that has like 0 following, and like, oh, the diversity on your page is appalling. Like I'm just like, okay, first of all, say it with your chest of your real account.
Yeah.
Like, at the same time, it's like I shoot who pay me. Like it's not like I'm not turning down. Like why would I turn down someone's man? Like no, I'm not shooting you. Like it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
But it's like I just feel like, and the thing is, there's a lot of girls that I talk to that want to do it, but their worry is of what other people think in like the black community, and that's what I think that's also killing. That was killing it, is what killing us as well. Is like we care too much of what the next person.
I didn't know that existed. To be honest, I didn't even know.
Yeah, because obviously you don't. Obviously, you're not a glamour photographer.
Yeah.
It's like it's weird because we're in the same world, but we're not in the same world.
Exactly. Yeah, different parts.
So like, it's like I speak to a lot. Like I'm DMing a lot of girls. Like they follow me. They like the pictures, but it's just like they're scared to do it themselves.
I'm sure there's some people that you can find, but you just probably don't like them, and you don't like their look or whatnot, or it doesn't resonate to you.
Yeah, because that's the thing as well. It's like there is probably, because obviously all photographers like do some collabs, like, do you know what I mean? Like they are collab here and there. But with me, I'm very picky. So like there's a DM full of people that would jump at a collab. I just wouldn't, because obviously, do you know what I mean? You're choosy with who you want to collab with. So it's like already there's not many like people of color that want to shoot that. And then on top of that, I'm not just going to shoot any and everybody. So it's like it's an even smaller pool now to choose from.
Maybe you'll just have to do like something subtle with your shoot and build up to that. Maybe just do like the artistic nude and get them comfortable with artistic nude. And I think once they're comfortable with the artistic nude, and more people of color are fine with that on your portfolio, and I think it will gravitate to people feeling more comfortable to open up more. But I think it's just like
shooting, you know, Ash.
Yeah.
Shooting Ash for time. Ash will shoot, but this is what I think it's a London thing, you know, because Ash isn't from London.
Yeah, what part is she from?
Like, she's not from London, so it's like her mentality is different. So when I was like, oh, I want to shoot this, she's like, oh yeah, fine. It wasn't like exactly. It wasn't a discussion, bro. She's like, yeah, it was cool, but let that girl go to the border and so, like, I'd find a girl just in the border of London. It's like it's a no-go zone.
Okay,
I think that's a London curse or something. Like I don't know what it is.
probably just the mentality. But the thing is like so many of them are on OnlyFans, isn't it? So many of them on OnlyFans now, but it's not the. I don't know what type of models you're looking for, but yeah, it's crazy, you know.
Yeah.
There's some of them out there, but you just gotta look and do your research and proper like search the Instagram and Twitter, all of that, ask questions. Like you'll find someone. Because what I done is like a few days ago, where I set it up a little giveaway, like £100 giveaway for someone to be my muse in it. And I know that I'm not gonna find like the perfect person, but I can find someone with potential in it, and then I can build on that potential. But the thing is with me, and I know you as well, you don't want to spend too much of your time on the wrong person and one person alone, and we've got work and we've got business, you feel me? So that's the only thing. But with this competition, I found so many like new models with potential, like real good potential. So I'm gonna build on it and just see what I can create with that. You know what I mean?
Because like I like finding new faces, but I like finding new faces that don't look new, if that makes sense. Like there's the other girl that I shot with the Vogue picture that I done, the Vogue challenge.
Okay, I will check
that
that out.
girl, that model there, she is absolute fire, but she's only got like a couple thousand. Like she's low key, but then
low key
that fire. When I post her, you wouldn't think that she's. Do you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't think that she's just do you know what I mean? Just started modeling or whatever. So like I like to find those sort of new faces. So there's so many girls that I would post, and then I always pre-warn them. I was like, when this comes out, you're gonna get bare DMs from photographers. I have to let you know, like they always do. But it's like I like finding new faces that don't look like new faces.
I get you. Like one thing I pay attention to is eyes. And the model that I choose the more, like you'll see still, like she ain't really got too much experience, but she's got a unique look, and she got something about her, man, something that can definitely ban if she just has the just the opportunity, basically. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna put in work and just support these girls, man. These new up and coming girls. Trust me, you'll find someone.
What was I gonna ask you? I forgot. Something just slipped out my head. It was about. It literally just slipped out my head. Damn. You're saying about models. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot. But social media wise now, like, where do you think Instagram's gonna go, or what do you think, is there gonna be a next app? Because obviously Facebook's like a monopoly. They own literally everything apart from Snapchat or something. Yeah, they literally own everything apart, even own WhatsApp now. So it's like they're just monetizing off everything, and they've just ruined Instagram, in my opinion. So it's like, where do you think? Because I don't think, and I'm a very conspiracy theory. I don't think they're gonna let anyone come with another app that's gonna do you know what I mean, take over. They'll probably kill the developers before they let that happen.
Yeah, because look at what Instagram done to Snapchat. Instagram copied the whole,
stole it.
Yeah, like that's all. Once
they just stole the whole idea.
Once a new app comes out that has that banning new idea and whatnot, and Instagram be doing it, they're gonna implement that and capitalize on that as well. You know what I mean? That's what they do.
What was that app that was trying to trend and no one really caught on? It was began with a V. It was like Viva or something like that. Remember that app?
I think I know what you're talking about. I can't even remember the name. Also.
Yeah, it was something with a V, but it came up and everyone jumped on it. I don't know what happened, and it was uncensored as well. It didn't need censoring. Like, it was sick. So it's like that would have been so, and they didn't crop the images. It was full res images.
Oh, that's calm.
But then I don't understand. Do you know what I mean? It's everything we wanted, but Instagram, I think they just have the numbers.
Yeah. Instagram they got the numbers, they got the money, they got the backing, big backing, like a powerhouse store.
Well, it's like I don't know where it's gonna head because they've just screwed, like the Instagram so-called algorithm is just like nobody knows. Like nobody has a direct answer. If you search how to get likes or how to gain followers. No one has a direct way, and then someone does it that way, and then someone else does absolutely nothing but upload once a week when they're bothered, and then has like 1 million followers or something. So it's like there's so many conflicting, like it's like
because they tell you to be active, like every or post every 2 days, do all the hashtags so you can get seen and whatnot. Like make sure you like do a compelling like comment or caption or like that. Like it's so many little rules, isn't it? Like to just get recognition.
Too much.
It's a lot, man. Like now I don't really care. Like I just like post what I need to do, because one thing about our business is recommendations are the best type of marketing. Recommendations. You know, people that you worked with in the past, not just talking your name. So like right now, just working on branding and marketing. I think that's the best thing.
Because that's like for me, like recommendation, or like someone. I even got it the other day, and this is obviously like another topic I want to touch on, like the whole creepy photographer vibes. Like
mad.
That's a big like. I don't know. Obviously, you're not in my world, but the glamour world, there's been a couple that have been outed, bro, and it's getting weird, fam. Like it's getting very weird, and I'm just like, even like how you're saying about recommendations. Someone added me on Twitter. I don't even really use Twitter that much, but I'm trying to get to use it. But someone added me, just like her tweet was, "I want to do some professional photos like next year, but I'm scared because there's a lot of creeps." And then she added me on that, and in the responding to that, like the only photographers that I've met that haven't been creeps is like me, and she named one other photographer, and she's big on Twitter. Do you know what I mean? So it's like the professionalism is now getting me recommendations.
Always. So
it's just like, do you know what I mean? It's just like that's that aspect as well, like being professional or doing what your job title is, like a photographer, like can literally get you recommendations of that. But like, have you? I mean, I guess actually no. I guess you could have experiences, but like, have you heard of anyone you know or models that have any weird experiences like that with like photographers?
Yeah, a lot of photographers in my field has been doing a mad thing still. I can't lie. Like just the other day, there was like a blacklist going around in it still of what photographers have been inappropriate and whatnot. Crazy still, because like one rule that I have is not to move to any of the models that are shot.
Trust.
Hey, it's mad. It's hard. It's tempting sometimes. But nope.
I've had that. I got that. That's my number one motto. Like I don't like photography, like business and pleasure.
It's the both still. I want my brand name to be clean. Like, I want my name to be clean. I don't want no one talking behind my back. No one chatting shit. No one has nothing to even talk about. You feel me?
That's the thing. I did pride like on that, like literally, because all my friends always ask me like, "Oh, do you not move to this model? Look at this model." I'm just like, nope. My love for that shit is too much to be trying to ruin that for trying to move to one model, and it's like.
It's not worth it.
I've been shooting what I've been shooting for since I was like 18. Like I've been shooting glamour and nude photography. Like now it's nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's nothing. Certain man can't handle that.
It's crazy because like even when I shoot nude and that, I don't really see them nude. Like I'm so focused on the lighting, the creativity, getting everything right to the point where I don't even see them that naked, and that. It's crazy. Like, and yeah, it's just mad how people get so gassed and like they haven't seen a body before. Like they're everywhere.
That's what I'm, because I'm thinking sometimes I'll be driving past, and I'll see obviously like there'll be a lady there, attractive lady, whatever, just a lady, and then you'll see like, I don't know, let's say builders or a group of guys like checking her out and like going mad on the street. I'm just looking at like 90% of men. I was like, you really couldn't do my job. Do you know what I mean? And then obviously there's the occasional person who does pick up a camera, and then that's where you get the weirdos. Because now, obviously, like I was saying about the influx of photographers, we know there's a bag of guys that are just picking up a camera because they can see it's an in, to like, you know what I mean, like to slide in someone's DM.
Yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of people use it as a tactic for girls, man.
Yeah, exactly. I was just like, I don't know. To me, that's sad, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a judging person, but to me, that's sad. Like, you have to
Yes.
go to that extent just to talk to the opposite sex, like vice versa. It's yeah, like go. I made a tweet. It's like if you have to do that, don't pick up a camera. Like go hire a hitch and learn how to talk to people if you wanna. If that's
Oh,
what your goal is, like don't ruin the industry and the trust in the industry for the
and,
rest of.
and one thing that's important in our industry is how to communicate and how to be a people's person as well.
Mm,
There's a lot of people that don't even have the manners and know how
yeah,
to even act around people. Like it's
yeah,
crazy.
exactly. Yeah,
Like I'm hearing so many stories of just photographers that just like do a mad thing, man. Like it's crazy. Still, I don't really like it, fam. Trust me, I don't really like hearing shit, man.
because even my friend, well, she's a friend now, but model, I'm shooting her tomorrow. Do you know her, Tyler Jordan? I've shot her a few times. I shot her in Venice.
No, I had to check your thing. I
But
hardly even.
yeah, like she was modeling, like she does a lot of e-commerce in it, so she was working like shooting all the time. And she said
Okay.
she's been modeling for like 2 years in it. Like obviously on our like second or third shoot, she's like she used to shoot. She told me she needs to shoot nearly every day. Obviously different photographer all the time for like 2 years. Up until the point that we started shooting. She's like, raw, like you're literally the only photographer that's not tried to flirt with me. Like in 2 years, bro. Like
I,
every other day shooting with someone new, and I'm the only photographer that, do you know what I mean? So it's like
there's
how
a lot.
many people are just picking up cameras to move to chicks? Like it's mad.
It is mad still. Can't lie, man. It's
But I'm just
crazy.
glad my reputation is very clean.
It's so important to have a clean reputation, man. For real, it will
Because
take
like
you.
if anyone did want to try and start like lie on my name, 99% of people are gonna be like, that's cat.
That, that's me.
Like,
That's
that's a big
me.
cat.
Like we got the evidence of our past clients that can just talk
Yeah,
for us.
exactly.
Needs to say nothing. You know what I mean? Trust me.
What else we got here? Or something else I wanted to say.
What am I saying? The influx of new photographers and whatnot. With that,
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing because it filters out like who's the professionals and who's not. You know what I mean?
Mm,
And there's always room for new people and whatnot, and always room to create and that. But like you said, that's I just hope they have the right intentions. You know what I mean?
mm,
When it comes to getting into photography, especially if it's to create. You know what I mean? But one thing about us is that we've created our own lane, innit? You know what I
mm.
mean? Within the genre or whatnot. So we have something that's unique about us, which
Yeah.
stands out. So we're at a good advantage. And they have to gain experience and find themselves within this thing because most of them are just not copying, but they're inspired by probably people like me and you, and
Mm.
they will probably like cat our style and like the guy that you had that followed you to learn your business and shit.
Yeah.
That's what happens, isn't it? You get me? That's what happens.
Scumbag
So
move, bro.
inspired by us to the point where they just want to steal and make it their own and do their thing. So boy, yeah, it's a
Because
lot.
yeah, because that's what I'm saying. Like there has to be a line between inspiring and then copying. Because I've literally, Waterloo,
Yeah.
what's that place called? South Bank Center.
Okay, in Elephant Castle, around Elephant
Yeah, and
Castle.
there's those yellow stairs by South Bank.
Okay.
So right by this yellow stairs on South Bank, I did a specific type of shoot. Right, the model was
Oh,
wearing a black tube top. She had wore a yellow dress, and the stairs was yellow. Banging
mm,
shot. Like obviously the colors matched in it. Like sun was crystal blue. You got
right.
yellows and black primary colors in it. It was
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like colors popped. And then I see someone do the exact same shot, different model, exact same, not exact same tube top, but a tube top, a yellow dress, exact same location. That's not expiring, man. That you're copying, you just copied my thing. And then they had the audacity. They followed me. They know I follow them, and they had the audacity to even post this photo. I was just looking at it, just like at that point, I was like, I'm flying out. I'm gonna start flying out. Like, try copy that one because I'm gonna start flying out now.
Yeah.
You can't copy that.
See, that's something different as well. Being able to create something that people can't copy because you know, they can't do that. Only you can, and that's the good thing about what you're doing, fam. That you create your own lane, your own way to stand out as well. And that's important within this. Trust me, man. Yeah, so got one man there. Crazy, like, because I've had someone that done that, but they've wrote inspired by me, innit? So
I've had that. I think that's it. If you've done that, like if it's a very similar shot, same-ish shot, but then you said I'm inspired by the person, that I think that's it because it's like a 0.1% of people that would actually do that.
Yeah. But it just shows people's character. You know what I mean? Shows people character now. It's like with the competition, the only rules that I had was to tag yourself and to follow me. And all these people are tagging their friends and putting them in, and the very people that really want it didn't even follow. Something so simple. You know what I mean? Something so simple can give you an opportunity where you win money, and people don't do it because like they don't. I don't. It's crazy. It don't make sense, isn't it?
Like
you know
I've noticed that as well. Like maybe 014, 15. Like my friend, she's a plus size model. She's on over 1 million now. Like one of the biggest plus size models. She at the time, obviously 014 plus size was a thing. No one was shooting plus size models, but I shot her. Pictures went obviously on my old page. Pictures went viral and stuff like that. And then what did I say? She I can't remember. The story just went out of my head. What is the last thing you just said? No, my mind just went blank for a minute. I saw something and my mind just went off topic.
Shit. I even gone blank now still.
To that time.
I'm blazing myself, innit? I've started to blaze now, innit? But shit, that is crazy. Yeah, gotta take a little time to breathe, innit? And all like that.
I remember where I was going. I saw a moth, it just took my mind off it, bro.
No, that's crazy, you know. Where was he? Yeah, you know.
Oh, followers. That's it, not following. Cool. I'm back on track. So she had the time, she had like 40k. Now in 014, 13, having 40k was like 1 million equivalent to now. Like no one had those numbers in like 2014. Do you know what I mean? 13. No one really had hundreds of thousands. Like having 40k was huge. But then when she used to post me, I used to get like 300-400 followers in a day every time she posted me. And it's like now she has 1 million plus. If she posts me, I don't think I get 1 or 2 followers. And I don't think it's the app, it's how it's people. I think it's the mentality of following people now is, do you know what I mean? They don't want to get their following too high. They don't want, do you know what I mean? It's like they'll pre the page, they'll look at all of it.
Yeah.
They don't like it. Like I've even had models that I've want to work with me. They'll screenshot the image that they like, but they haven't liked it in the screenshot. So they'll send stuff from your own page, send it to you. I love this shot, but it's not even liked. So I was like, what was so hard about double tapping?
It's not hard. It's so easy. It's so quick. That's why I like. That's why even with me supporting you and that, it's like it's so easy to support you. So easy to support all these people that support, fam. Like what to do is look on your page, like an image that you once in a while, whatnot. Just show love, like easy. You get me? Especially if you inspired by the work or you like the work or whatnot. It's not hard, but yeah, like you said, there's a lot of models that find it hard to do that. And me and you we'll get like models that hit our DM saying, "Oh, let's collab and whatnot," and they ain't like one image, they ain't followed you. Like, don't make sense.
I think that's cheeky. Like, I've had models jump in the DMs, say they want to work, they haven't followed me or liked anything. I think that's very cheeky.
And they'll tell you that they love your work and that. You know what I mean? Like, that's the main thing they always say. I love your work and shit, but no evidence. You feel me?
Like, that's very cheeky.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, the last thing was like, what do you think of photographers having like an OnlyFans page or Patreon or any of those type of?
You know what's fun? Because I don't know what it is. Probably the times that we're in now, because everyone's been using it, and there's like a big buzz, and everyone's like at home still. Like, I think I'm alright with it. A lot of people have pushed me to start my OnlyFans or start shooting like girls that do OnlyFans or whatnot. So I thought, you know what, let me just make a service for them, innit? And just see how that goes. But I haven't thought about creating my own page for OnlyFans, innit? I don't see it as a bad thing. I see it as just a thing where it's a different audience. You're getting a new audience into your field, new clients, new people who are able to.
Like it's I think every photographer should have an OnlyFans or Patreon, because it's like, if it's like you have extra content. The way I see it, I shoot glamour anyway. So if the model will edit, I'm gonna edit what on a collab or whatever shoot.
That's true.
Depending on the shoot, I'm only ever gonna really edit what max 20, 30 photos, and I've got what 1,000 sitting on my hard drive that no one's ever gonna see. So it's like, it's just like, why not light edit or edit some of those and put them on an OnlyFans? If anyone wants to see extra pictures and uncensored, like, do you know what I mean? Like, it can't hurt. Because I don't like deleting pictures. I don't like deleting RAWs. So it's like, when my memory's full, which it was the other day, I had to fork out how much money to buy a whole new hard drive to store more photos. So even if I do collabs or paid shoots, it's still costing me money to save each shoot, because my memory is going to keep going down and down and down. So it's like, technically, you know what I mean? So it's like, why not, of all those extra pictures, just put, not all of them obviously, but extra ones on a OnlyFans or Patreon. Doesn't necessarily have to be nude. Whatever genre you do, people want to see it. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what it is with me? It's like, when I think about OnlyFans, I always think about the girls that are going crazy and whatnot. It's like, I forget that it's still a platform for people, fans that with fans.
It's OnlyFans. It's only your fans. They don't have to be. You could do cooking on there, bro. Like, you know,
it is. It's just that big stigma. Like, within, it's got a big stigma, and then it's just a weird one for real. Like, I should jump on it, especially Patreon. Patreon is calm with that idea and whatnot. I understand that, but it's just a lot of people ain't on that.
Yeah.
Have you got that?
What, Patreon?
Yeah.
I've made an account, but I don't use it.
Okay, so
I don't really. Do you know what it is? I don't like the interface. Interface can really deter someone.
Yeah,
like it just looked not complicated. Obviously, if I wanted to learn it, I could, but it's because it's not a necessity. I'm just like, it's too hard.
I get
like,
you.
OnlyFans is boom. It's like Instagram is there. It's like the layout like Instagram. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, my mind's already accustomed to it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I might like even thinking of starting another one for photographers. Like, do you know what I mean? Like a photographer's one. So it's like, you can subscribe to it and then you can get one-on-one tuition or advice and all of that good stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, extra videos, like I could do an editing video on how to, do you know what I mean, skin retouch, put it on my OnlyFans. Do you know what I mean? So that's how I edit or something like that. I mean, I've got someone here, but you could go more in depth.
Yeah.
On our OnlyFans.
What do you know anyone that's using OnlyFans like that?
I know people that have got not only fans but like a Patreon. They do stuff like that.
But what about OnlyFans though, specifically? Because I don't really know anyone or seen anyone really use it for that purpose. I know about
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't.
You'll probably be the first one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Slap.
For real.
That'll be
I
good.
get a lot of questions in the DMs. It's like, why not? I might check out Patreon again because I don't know. The last time I checked it was I don't know, like a year or two ago. So I might check it again, see what it looks like. I might do it on that.
No, that's calm then. Still, yeah, I think it's good to expand on different platforms anyway, man. More engagement, more audience. I think that's what we always need to do. Just keep pushing ourselves out there.
Because then, yeah, I wanna master OnlyFans first because as a photographer, it's kind of hard because obviously I'm not doing the stuff that the girls are doing. That I'm just literally just uploading extra pictures and then I'm not doing all the extra stuff. So it's like I want to master that and then see. Cause I don't want to spread myself too thin with what I got. Because obviously, like travel, shooting, and organizing is time consuming as it is. So doing that as well on top of that. But yeah, man, like, have you ever thought of like travel? I mean, obviously, you're mainly a studio shooter, isn't it? So
yeah, I'm mainly studio. I don't really like doing outside unless the location's on point. The location on point, then yeah, it's like you got some banning locations. Like those are locations that I would just meditate in and just chill out. Yeah, if I was, then it would definitely be like to different countries like Italy and just that find some nice spaces and that. But yeah, I never really thought about not at all.
Venice is probably my favorite country. Like,
okay,
to go. That's it. Venice is something else. Like, I'm not a fan of going to cities, but because obviously I like more nature in it. But Venice is such a different city. Like, there's nothing that looks like Venice. And it's like Morocco as well. There's nothing that looks like Morocco. There's nothing that looks like Venice.
yeah,
I could go to get some banging shots. Like every corner in Venice you turn, it's a shoot spot.
You know what? I definitely need to expand at some point though, anyway, and try something different. But right now, I think my focus is on learning how to master gel light, because once you master gel light, you kind of master light, because you're able to master different colors and in different ways and the tones and whatnot. You're learning so much more about light. So that's what I've been doing lately, just doing a lot of courses on gel lights really. So yeah.
Yeah, because I never use flash. Like listen, my flash, where's my flash? I've had this flash here. This flash. You know how long I bought it? I had this flash when I bought and I had a Nikon. That was like I don't even know how long ago that was. That's like 4 years ago.
4 years.
Minimum 4 years ago, I've had this one flash. It still works to this day. Like some of the flash shots that I've got on my page is literally all for this from this. So it's like that's another thing. People think you need to buy a flash specific for your model. This was for a Nikon, but it still works on all cameras.
Yeah, that's that.
It works obviously better with a Nikon, like certain things like the TTL and all of that. Like it will work better with the actual camera brand, but all flashes work on every camera, man. Don't let them lie to you and make you buy £1 million flash.
It's the same with lenses, isn't it? Like a different lens can fit on a different camera still. It just depends on the lens size and that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. A lot of them are the same.
I was gonna touch on what do you call it? Like the inappropriate behavior. Have you ever had it reversed, like onto you?
No, I don't think so. You know, it's funny because I haven't really had no girls that move to me at all, like in person at all, fam.
And see the thing is with me in personal life, I don't know when the girl, yeah, so it's like I wouldn't know. But at the same time, I've had a couple, and I've had to like recently, like strong, like like not like even like innuendo, like straight to the point. From that's just like raw. If this was me now, I'd be all over someone's story like I'm inappropriate, blah blah blah. Like, it's almost double standards because if I said what they said,
yeah,
I'm cancelled, 100%.
Of course. Like,
it's the other way around now. It's like, oh, man up, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, if I was to complain, I guarantee you there'll be people telling me to man up.
Yeah, of course, fam. You can't complain. Like, that's just the double standards we got as men, innit? You feel me? Like,
you know what I mean? But like, it's a mad way because the messages was mad. The messages was absolutely. I'm just like, yep, I'm just backing up out of this situation.
Do you know what? Satan. I've had messages, but I haven't had like the behavior in person. It's like I've had models tell me, oh, they liked me and whatnot, but like they never shown it and whatnot, and like how comes I haven't moved to them and rare tear, like it's weird still, but yeah, that's what I get most of the time still.
Yeah, it's weird because it's like it doesn't. It's a weird double standard, man. It's a weird double standard because we couldn't start a little hashtag and go on about it because we'd get dragged. We'd get dragged. But then,
love that.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird one because it's like in our industry, most likely the person we're going to end up with is going to be a model or someone in the industry because that's just what we do every day. So it's like in the line now is weird because it's like, okay, do I respond to this person or not because
one
single like, do you know what I mean?
Again, like one rule that I have is like if I ever step out and like touch a model, that means I'm never shooting you ever again. Like that's what I'm it. Like if I touch you whatnot, I'm never shooting you again in it still. Like now is relationship and friendship, whatnot. Like that can't mess with business, and you feel me? Then they feel entitled to have like free shoots because they know. I remember, I think another photographer, like, he slept with a model that went to shoot with him or whatnot, and she was like, "Oh, like we slept together. Now can I have a free shoot with you?" And like, it's crazy, isn't it? Still, and he was like, "What?" Like, and he was shocked, innit? And like, and he's in a crazy position because that girl can just chat hella. In me,
he walked into that one.
It's a sticky situation.
That's why I'm just like, no, I don't want to cross that line.
No, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. But it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know, man. When it's right, I guess you'll just know when it's the right one, innit? But
Therefore, because there are some.
At the same time, it's hard because it's like your whole career could be done in a day. Because that one photographer that got outed, right? I don't know if he deleted it, but his account was gone within a day.
Oh, mad.
His account was gone within a day.
Definitely deleted.
Followers, he was gone. But then his allegations were mad. But then that's another thing, though. It's like a group of girls saying, "Oh, this person was or models, male or female, was like, oh, this photographer was inappropriate." But the one that I'm talking about that just got cancelled, his account got down. No one posted anything.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like it was, this photographer did this, but they wrote it. It wasn't like screenshots or
anything
like that. Not to say it didn't happen. Like that's not what I'm saying, but at the same time, it's weird because that could happen to me or you. Someone could decide, I don't like this guy. He's too successful.
Evidence needs to be shown up at all times, man. For real.
That's what I'm saying. But then his I don't know if they got it down or he just stopped, but his account was done.
Mad.
That's what hearsay through the core of social media.
It's crazy, man. You gotta be careful for real. I mean,
like he's in a house You're late, man. We've been there an hour and 14 minutes. I think this guy you should have you seen him Ike on YouTube? He's a lighting guy like you.
I say no more. I'm
A lighting guy, another brother.
I'm subscribe to him now.
Lighting gear. He's a very lighting guy. So defo check him out.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that now. Still, real quick. What's follow Mike? Yeah, follow me, Meike.
We got a channel and obviously Insta. He does a lot of off-camera flash, like obviously on location as well.
Okay. Yeah. Subscribed still. Yeah, I'll check his stuff out like later on.
Yeah, like, he does a lot of flash photography, studio photography like yours as well.
Oh, calm.
And he says he's a natural light photographer.
That's a good look.
I see every video Ike is talking about the Godox all the time. Your flash guy as well.
Like the Godox, yeah, them big boy cameras.
Yeah,
lights, big boy lights.
I think I've ever purchased one set of lights, which I didn't even buy. My baby mum bought it at the time, and that was, I don't even know, 6 years ago. I still got them now. I haven't renewed them. That's how much I use like artificial light.
That's a good look then. Still, if it's lasting that long.
Only one bulb blew the other day, but yeah, I need to replace it.
Yeah, you just reminded me. I need to order a couple of tins. You know, I need to order right now.
Because I only really use it for when I'm doing YouTube video lighting. Like I would have it here, for instance, like on me, but obviously the light broke. So.
What's that? Yeah.
What else did we have? What like projects have you got like coming up?
Projects.
Yeah.
Basically, my main project is my my giveaway right now, and working on my muse. So I'll have a muse to create that new work with. And right now, I want to master gel lights. So what I'm going to be doing with the models is I have a stylist. I'm gonna style all the models and whatnot, teach them how to model and direct them in terms of lighting, and I'm just gonna play with different type of lighting. And what I may do with that as well, I may get a new photographer and just teach them also while I'm doing the whole thing. So yeah, I don't really like people shadowing. Like I don't really do that, innit? So I normally charge like new photographers, but for now I'm gonna just like choose a new photographer like each week and just give them a free lesson. You know what I mean? Okay. So yeah, that's my project for now. Still, just work on that really.
That sounds like a perfect vlogging YouTube.
Isn't it? Right there. You know what is? I'm not good with videography, and what I'll need is I don't even know, like just a process of shooting videography. I was thinking to get the Sony A7i, but
no, you don't want Sony Pro in a bin.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. You know what I mean?
Stick to Canon, trust me.
Yeah.
Sony colors for black skin, nah.
Okay. That's good.
That's why I never took no pictures of myself when I had a Sony, because I took a picture, I'm like, it don't even look like me. Like when I look in the mirror, like, what are you trying to do to me? As soon as I got a Canon, I took a selfie. I was like, okay, this is the camera for me. The colors was just on point. You could obviously change in editing, but it's like it's a lot of hard work to get it back to your original skin color. Whereas if you the Canon, you just take it, like, do you know what I mean? Like it's your skin color.
Yes, it's actually calm still. Because oh yeah, one main thing that I'm doing all of this giveaway is because I got the new camera as well, and it'll give me the opportunity to learn and how to use it properly, innit? With new models also, innit? So yeah, I'm ready now.
So what's the aim with the model? Like, are you trying to get them to a specific point, or?
Yeah, for them to grow. I just want them to grow, be themselves, and to connect with other people, to network, just give them more attention for them to reach their highest potential, basically. In me. And I think one thing is with me is I'm always drawn to certain people, and it's like the people that I support. There's a reason to why I'm supporting these people and whatnot. You know me. Or always pay attention to new creatives and just people with potential. Like I got my eyes open on people that are creative, like all the time. I'm all the time. I'm watching different people. I'm supporting people, even people that I don't follow. Like I see so many people that, and I'm gonna just keep that going. I can't really help it anyway. I keep that. That's been like my process from the longest.
So have you noticed, or is it just me? Like I've proper noticed, like a lot of photographers are also scared to reach out or follow, or do you know what I mean? Because I know there's photographers that because they follow literally the same people that I follow that will see my work, obviously because they follow them, but they wouldn't follow back, or like, you know what I mean? Like those photographers are like, you're in the same sort of field of what you do, but they're like sort of scared to like.
What the people that are up,
or
the people that are lower.
no, like so that same level sort of thing. Like a lot of people are scared to like not like say reach out, but you know what I mean, like drop a follow, like another photographer, like drop a follow or
I think it's
something like that.
I think it's mainly because of not mainly, but a few things it could be is competition. Next thing it could be is that they're just focused on gaining clients and they don't really care. And the third thing is because just they're not into glamour or something. You know me? There's a lot of people there's a lot of people that contacted me and was like, oh, they contacted me because I don't have no glamour on my page and I don't glamorize all of that, and it's nice to see. And I'm like, okay, well, okay, that's a new. I ain't heard that. So yeah.
See, that mentality is weird to me because it's like,
it is weird.
Why would you shun on someone else for liking something different? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's a weird mentality to have.
It is.
Because, like, do you know what I mean? It's like someone shooting glamour doesn't mean they're any less, do you know what I mean, of a good person or highly morally strong or whatever. Because I know most of these glamour girls, you can't move to them. Like they're not, you could, you know, they're not moving. You know, like their business. These girls are not, because they take that, because they show revealing stuff. These girls have got their heads screwed on. Some of them are with their OnlyFans money. Have got two houses onto their third, and they're 21, earning 10 bags a month, and you're just turning 20. Who's the idiot? Like, do you get what I'm saying? I mean, obviously, if it's not for you, it's not for you. But these girls aren't dumb by any means. Like these girls I travel with, and they got their OnlyFans. Like their bread is stupid.
Mad.
The least one earns 10 grand a month that I know.
That's calm still. And I'll talk to you another time, but about pricing and that still. Or do you talk about pricing and that, and how much you charge and shit?
I don't mind, to be fair.
Yeah, so yeah, what's your pricing like store? Like
mine starts from 200.
You don't do it per hour. Do you do like what's your, so like if I wanted to do a shoot with you and I was a camera model, like
I have bronze, gold, and like bronze, silver, platinum, bronze, silver, gold, and then so then yeah, like I do bronze, silver, gold. Like bronze is obviously like 200, and it'll be like an hour and a half shoot. Yeah, like 10 edits, and then yeah, location wherever you want the location.
Okay.
Obviously, my broad packages, that's something different. That's something way different. But a shoot here, then yeah, that's sort of my pricing.
Okay, that's calm. Alright, with me it's because I do studio stuff. So basically the studio is £30 per hour. And what I do for aspiring models and whatnot, I already charge 60 per hour, so it's 90 per hour. And then with brands, I'm 90 per hour. So like I charge 120 per hour per shoot and that. And I do like different like levels. So like my bronze, silver, and gold is level 1, level 2, level 3. And my level 1 shoot is starting from 150, where it's just 2 hours and is it 2 outfits? Yeah, 2 hours, 2 outfits. Then the level 2 is the 3 hours, 3 outfits. So I'll give them more time, but limited outfits. And on the normal shoots, they have unlimited outfits. So yeah, it's just different shit.
Okay. How many like edits would you give them, and do you give them all the pictures as well?
So I'll give them all unedited images, and then I give them 3 edited images per hour. So every hour booked, they get 3 edited images, and I'll just keep it like that because a lot of people don't value the time it takes for us to retouch and edit.
Yeah.
Trust me, it takes some images take a while, especially like when you want to get more creative and that.
Yeah.
And you don't realize that it takes between 30 minutes to like probably 3 hours.
Yeah.
Like they
have editing, thinking that I've been I'll wake up, the sun, I'll be finished editing, it'll be like darker outside, and I'll see how many pictures I edit. Like, oh, I did a good solid day editing, and I'll look at the day, I'm thinking I've only edited like 6 pictures. I'm like, what? I'm like, I spent the whole day like working on 6 pictures or something. Like, people don't know it takes time. So because the price you may think is high, but then you got to think of not only is it whatever you're getting charged per hour for that shoot as well, and cost of maybe traveling or whatever it is, and then it's like the editing, like what you're going to get paid per hour for the editing time as well.
Trust me.
It's like on top of that, so you got to take that all into account before you've even gone into how good you are on quality. So do you know what I mean? So then you got to add on for that as well, because it annoys me where loads of photographers are just collabing all the time. Collab. I'm thinking like, bruh, there's people out here that will take the less quality just for the fact of being brilliant.
Of course, man. And that's what's killing
it. Like, for obviously for full timers, like they're hobbyists, and that's like even if these hobbyists, if everyone charged, people will double think like, well, if I'm gonna pay, I'd rather, do you know what I mean, pay a little bit more and get the pro guy. Do you know what I mean? Like, if everyone charged.
Because yeah, you're right. Still, it's like ever since I put out my prices from 60 per hour to like 90 per hour, just 90 per hour, like a lot of people are like iffy in it and whatnot still. Yeah. But I have loyal customers from before who still shoot me even though I've increased the price and that. I mean, so yeah, it's a funny one. It's a funny one, you know.
Even at the stage I am now, I even think 200 is low.
No, actually you're right, you know, because like my rate right now is definitely low for how good I am.
Yeah.
Like, I'm worth way more. But it's the thing is with I need to attract that different audience. And what's holding me back is just like, I shouldn't even say Instagram, but like my Instagram is dead up in it. So I had to use other platforms and whatnot. But it's just about growing it and just building a brand in it. So it's just a longer process to reaching those high-end brands. And
like what other platforms do you use other than?
Oh, I use other websites like Behance. I use DeviantArt as well. That's a creative one where there's just a lot of people that do art and whatnot there. But I've gained like a lot of recognition there from Americans as well. And people that just do art, they like a lot of them use my images to create art and portraits and paintings and whatnot. And a lot of them send me those images as well. So like it's a good community on there. Just little apps as well. And just trying to spread on all different things, especially Pinterest as well. Pinterest is crazy. Like a lot of my work blown on there. And yeah, like I think 3 of my shoots like blown up on there, like got like hella views and just became like everywhere in it. And I even had people trying to steal my work and whatnot and try to claim their own and that. Yeah. But yeah, that's something that I don't know how to deal with properly, you know. But
There's a service. I did a video live stream before, but I'll send you the link by WhatsApp. There's a service you can pay for per month, and they'll basically scan the internet. With obviously, you upload all your images that you've ever sent out or posted.
Oh, send that to me.
They'll scan the internet and see where it's come up. Like I know people that have used that service, and like Boohoo, for instance, or those big brands.
Yeah.
Have used their images without their consent, obviously, because we own the copyright, we own the photo, innit? So it's like they used it, they've got like $2 grand, sued them, $2 grand, $3 grand, like.
And the thing is,
I'm hoping brands will use the images.
Copyright, like, do you know about copyright? About copyright?
The law here is like when a photographer, if I've taken the image, I own the picture. So it's like anyone.
So it's just automatic copyright.
Say that again.
So it's an automatic copyright as soon as you take.
I've taken, if I'm, let's say, a model or whatever, if I've taken that picture, I own that picture.
Yeah, that's true. And because the thing is with a lot of brands, like these new brands that they don't understand, is like even though they paid us, the picture still belongs to them. Like they need to sign
the copyright.
Yeah, they need to sign like I can't remember what it's called still. Even
like
a release form. Yeah, basically a release form, basically to say like, oh, we want the photo credits and the photo rights and whatnot. And I've only probably like 4 to 5 brands that have done that out of probably like 60 brands that I work with or 100. Like it's.
But that's why I don't like working with brands, because
I know the business still.
A lot of people will start up a brand, like, do you know what I mean? Someone will just start a clothing brand, start taking your work, or even modeling agencies will post. I literally have had it today. A modeling agency posted my picture without crediting me. I DM them straight away, like, credit me in the picture. Like I said, if you use any of my images, credit me in the picture. Like, people don't understand. Like,
I tell people that as well, and then I stop
breaking copyright. Like, if I take a picture of Rihanna and I post it just because I like Rihanna, if Rihanna really wanted to, she could sue me because I don't have the right to post her image, regardless if she's a public figure. But obviously, public figures are not going to do that because they're going to be there all day, every day. But realistically, I do not own the right to repost this image.
But do you know what's happened with Instagram though? That a lot of people don't know is that once you post on there, like it don't belong to you no more. Any image that you post on there don't belong to you no more because you've signed on to
read the terms and conditions of the app.
Yeah. So it's an iffy one. It's like it's crazy. It's like anyone on Instagram can basically use your images and shit. Like when I was getting on to people and whatnot, like I remember only one person showed me about that, and I was like, "Oh shit, okay."
Yeah.
Calm.
And it's weird that they have the copyright strike on their thing when they realistically know that they own it.
Yeah.
Why they probably do it, because especially at now times, if they rightfully, they can take your image, plaster it on their Instagram that has, I don't know how many hundreds of millions on their official Instagram page, and say it's theirs. Legally, they have the right to do so. But the uproar, if they did do that, would be, do you know what I mean? Like, that would probably, do you know what I mean, kill them.
Yeah, I think when it comes out of Instagram, that's when it becomes we can do our thing in our case and whatnot, and copyright it and whatnot, and claim it and shit. But I think it's just when it's on Instagram, that's the only.
But the brands thing now, it's like I'm not really a fan of it. Like, even when I shoot models now, I tell them don't tag no brands, because I didn't do this if it's a collab, especially if it's any shoot, to be honest. But if I shot something, it's not for them. It's either a collab or you've paid for my service to shoot. It's not for them to use for free advertising. Because if a brand reposting that, you need to pay me. You need to pay me or take it down. Like, there's zero. I have zero tolerance with brands. The brands are very cheeky to especially when, like my broadsheets, they'll take bikini pictures that I've flew on a plane for, sweated my ass off, dropped in the sand 10 times, like doing all that hard work to abroad shooting for you to just post it with, firstly, without crediting me anyway, and then you got the cheek to put the shopping tag on the image, so you're actually making money from my banging image. And then you do, do you know what I mean? It's just like zero tolerance with it when it comes to brand.
So like having that happen, that's different. That's taking a piss though.
That's what I know. A lot of other people have had it done with like Levi's, Boohoo, Pretty Little Thing, big ass companies, you know. Yeah, big ass companies taking people's images and not crediting them.
Yo, you therefore need to send me that tin back and just search my images online in that store.
Yeah, you'll be surprised. Like my friend's had some, because he does like car photography. Like he's had his pictures in some places that he would never have found without searching it.
Calm, hey, we need to get our money still.
Definitely.
Because I know that there's some of my images that are about. I remember there was a story like a while ago, like a few years ago, like someone, a big photographer in the UK, like his work was stolen by someone in the US, and they were just using all of his images, create a whole business, all of that, you know, and he was making money, like way more money, like millions of, like, it's crazy. Trust me, he had no idea.
That's actually mad. Oh wait, frozen. Have we lost him? It's froze. We don't know what happened, guys. We got a technical malfunction, or is it a phone call? We never know. Alright, let's press to remove. Alright. Let me add him back. Is he back? Alright, disconnected. But alright, guys, we'll end it there. It was a great episode. We'll do part 2. Don't worry, we'll do part 2. But definitely like, comment, subscribe, and we'll check back because we're gonna do part 2 of this. Definitely, maybe with a couple more photographers as well. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Catch you in the next one, guys.